Good afternoon, traders. Welcome back to the weekly natural gas update techno analysis show. And usually I keep this nice and short so you guys can watch the video and get things going. So right now we are looking at the daily time frame. So just like last week, as long as the bulls hold the fear low, uh, we are shaping up an equilibrium. So what an equilibrium looks like is a tightening range that usually plays out like this. So we have a very big move up and a very big move down that didn't break the prior low. And the most likely scenario for that to happen is a tightening range. So let's say hypothetically, we draw something out and see what it potentially may look like. So it would potentially look like something like this. It could be like this, or it could be like this, but I'm thinking of something more like this due to how shallow our bounce was. So I'm a little bit more tighter. So we're looking potentially something like this. After we bounce off from this support area, we could potentially bounce up this area and tighten up into May. And once we finish tightening up, then we'll see which way we can break. Once this breaks, there'll be a lot of volumes and it will have a big move. Especially the longer we tighten up, the bigger these kind of moves are. It'll either be like poof, kind of like that, or like this. It'll be like this. You know how this kind of move after see how I'll show you guys here. See how it consolidated over here for a while. Let's see, October to December it's a nice 2 months consolidation, and then once the bear breaks, then you can see those kind of moves. Just like here is going to happen. So right when we this pattern starts finishes tightening up, we're going to get one of these moves as well. Either upside or downside, nobody knows at the moment until we it's going to clear the drawings. So we get closer to the end of the pattern, and we'll be able to have more information on the price action based on that. So as of now, bears are in full control because you can see this teal looking line, 12 EMA, and we did not get over it. Look, we tested here once, twice, three hands, and we couldn't get over it after this nice notable bounce here, gap up. So we came back down. And this support right here is not very valid at the moment because we only tested it for one day. But if we bounce tomorrow, then if we bounce Monday, then it's a clear this uptrend support will be a very clear one because it will have a one touch, two touch, and if we bounce on Monday, that's a three touch conversion support. And going forward, we will be using this line as a support if we do bounce Monday. That's what I'll be looking at. And let's see, go to the shorter time frames. So we are on the hourly time frame. And you can see that hourly EMA 12 acts as resistance if we're under it. If we're over it, it acts as support. So look at this. So it's been acting as resistance over here. And then once we got over it on bounce, you can see all these bounces off of it acting as support. But then once we got below it again, we are currently testing again. So if you're like a short-term scalp trader, use the hourly time frame and use a 12 EMA as your guide and go from there. Or you can go for the 4-hour time frame. But if you're like a 5-minute trader, then you just have to go roll on with it because with the volatilities in the natural gas. So as of now, I am not in the position because there is no bullish setup at the moment, but there is also not a lot of bearish targets for me. So if I was a bear, right, the psychology of here, if I was a bear, I don't want to be shorting down here. It's down like 50-60% from the all-time highs, and after such a big move, and the last thing I want to be doing is shorting down here. But the also, if I look on the bull perspective, like what is it bullish about this chart that I want to add, right? So at the moment, you could either add right here and on Monday, and if we do bounce, and just have this downtrending line as your support. So if it breaks through it, you stop out, and because the last thing you want to do is not stop out on natural gas, and you get one of these. You'd rather take a very small loss than a 30% loss in just a couple weeks. So, yep. So that's what I will be playing as. If you're a bull, you pretty much will be adding on Monday, And or if you're in it already, like let's say you're in it already on Friday, you just set a stop loss below there. Or you can, if you want a higher risk tolerance, set a stop loss before this candle, lower of the low of this candle. And if that breaks, we're gonna test this one for sure. But I don't. If you don't break this teal looking uptrending support line, we won't be testing this one for sure. So as of now, I'll update you guys next week, or maybe I'll update you guys midweek if there's something a lot going on with natural gas. Like let's say we bounce off of fear and then boom, we break this pattern. Then I'll let you guys know. And yeah, have a great weekend, everyone, and take care.